White flag is raised. Madame Celeste, last one, and they're lined up. And they're off. They break away over a mile and a half. The Group 1 Juddmonte Irish Oaks with Irish, English, and French representations. And the leader is Ruby's a Red. Gone on a length in front of stable companion Port Fairy. Close up as they race the end of just under 2 furlongs is Dare to Dream. On the inside is Lope de Lila, followed by Kutcher Looking and Purple Lily next. Racing together, You Got to Me. And alongside is Madame Celeste, and then the grey Lava Stream. Content well back, followed by Galileo Dame, Hanali, Elizabeth Jane. And War Chimes, they're pretty well spaced out, less than 9 furlongs to go. In the lead is Ruby's a Red, upholds that 1 length advantage over Port Fairy. A break of a length and a half to Lope de Lila, who's just shading the third from Dare to Dream. 2 lengths to Kutcher Looking as they race the end of the first half mile. About to soon make the turn, bring them uphill towards the top of the track. Little has changed up front. It is Ruby's a Red, the leader from Port Fairy, being followed by Lope de Lila, who will make the turn just third on the inside from Dare to Dream as they go uphill inside the final 7 furlongs. Dare to Dream is being followed by Kutcher Looking, running the rail Purple Lily, and then You Got to Me and Madame Celeste, Content, Lava Stream, Hanalia next, and then Galileo Dame as War Chimes relegates Elizabeth Jane to be the back marker. They've passed the halfway stage. 5 furlongs to go. They're right up at the top of the track. The Juddmonte Irish Oaks, and still leading the field is Ruby's a Red and Declan McDonough from Port Fairy, and Wayne Lord and Handy in second. Disputing third place, Lope de Lila and James Doyle on the inside of Dare to Dream and Alexis Pouchon, being followed round the home turn by Kutcher Looking and then Purple Lily, Madame Celeste, You Got to Me and Content next on the inside of Lava Stream. As they enter the straight towards the back is Hanalia, Galileo Dame, Elizabeth Jane and War Chimes back at the rear once more. 2.5 furlongs to go and they're bunching up. Port Fairy takes Ruby's a Red into a challenging position as Dare to Dream with on the inside Lope de Lila, Purple Lily. You Got to Me is coming home powerfully in the centre, and then comes Kutcher Looking. Content is racing onto their heels, and then Elizabeth Jane. It's You Got to Me who's got to the front from Purple Lily. Content is flashing home on the outside, but it is You Got to Me. Another big day at the collar for Ralph Beckett as You Got to Me won the Juddmonte Irish Oaks under Hector Crouch from Content. Purple Lily next.
Yes, Hector Crouch joins me on a day he's never going to forget. His first classic winner, the Juddmonte Irish Oaks, and You Got to Me. Many congratulations.
Yeah, unbelievable feeling. She's a horse I've always had a lot of faith in. I always thought she was very good, and she probably hadn't quite lived up to it yet. And for her to go and prove me right on the biggest stage, not only my first Group 1, my first classic, and it's a really unbelievable feeling.
Talk us through the race, how it panned out for you. Key to her today, she settled.
Yeah, I got knocked over out the stalls. I wanted to go forwards again, but you know that had made up my mind. I had to ride her where I was, and I got a nice enough run round. I was able to edge off the fence with 3 to run. Got on the back of Doyler, and I got a smooth passage from 2.5 down, and then it was just a case of whether I was good enough to hold on, and she was every inch good enough.
Good winner of a Lingfield Trial Oaks, and just too keen in the Epsom Oaks, and again too keen in the Ribblesdale the last day. Were you thinking coming here today that you could turn it around with War Chimes and of course Port Fairy?
Yeah, I thought the track would suit her better. We think she's better on better ground, but she just did everything wrong at Ascot. She couldn't possibly finish off doing that, and I'm just delighted for Rafe, Valmont and the Newsells Park team. It's a massive amount of work's gone into her to get her to this point, so massive congratulations to them.
And obviously the fitting of the tongue tie has obviously proved a help as well today.
Yeah, she's got no wind issue. It's purely just to try and back her off a little bit and just give me a bit more help, and full credit to Rafe. He texted me Thursday morning asking what I thought, and he was spot on.
And Hector, is it possible to say that probably her early couple of runs she's just starting to mentally mature now? She's a bit immature mentally?
Absolutely. That was the best she's raced for me, relaxing wise, and I'd like to think we're not done yet.
And obviously ground, the rain that fell, that helped your cause also.
Funnily enough, we've been debating whether she's better on quick ground. Her best form so far has been on quicker ground, so that was a slight question mark for us, but she's very versatile.
And she's very game as well. She had to dig deep today.
Yeah, she was very game, and like I say, massive props to everyone at home.
Your first feeling going by the line to win that first classic?
Just disbelief, really. I couldn't believe that. You get into racing and you dream of days like this, and you it takes an awful lot to get here. So a massive shock, really.
Well, that dream has become reality. Hopefully it's the first of many. Hector, well done.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Yes, I'm delighted to be joined, of course, by Rafe Beckett, who's landed a second Group 1 of the season here at the Curragh. Of course, with landing the Juddmonte Irish Oaks, as you got to me. And, of course, Gary Coffey on behalf of Part Orange Newsell Stud. Well done. You went so close last year with Blue Stocking, just mugged in the line, but said the last dance.
That's it, Kevin. Yeah, that was a tough day. That was a tough day. But she did it well the other day, and it was great to get this filly to do it today. I'm not sure any of us expected it to happen like that, but that makes it all the sweeter.
Key to this filly was how well she settled today.
Absolutely. We really changed one thing. We put the tongue strap on her, and just gave us something else to think about, and that's made the difference today, I think.
Hector was telling me he wanted to be a bit closer, but he just got bumped coming out of the stalls, but it probably worked in his favour.
Yeah, it looked like it, didn't it? They went hard. Our plan was to be much more forward, but he didn't panic when he had to resort to plan B, and it worked out really well. You know, he said he had to battle for every pocket, for every bit of room, and that's her. She's a battler.
And that's testament to the filly as well. Great constitution and very tough.
Absolutely. You know, to do what she did at Lingfield, then run a good race at Epsom, good race at Ascot, despite, being free down the hill, and then come here, and all since the beginning of May. That's pretty good going, really.
Had she frustrated you in a couple of those runs, being so keen as well?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, because she wasn't keen at Epsom. It was only really the Ribblesdale where we were. It was just, there's the nature of the 12 furlong start at Ascot. That was really what led to that. It's the way it is. You roll down in Swinny Bottom, as you know, Kevin, and they can sometimes get a run on. We've all seen it. The Curragh was always likely to suit her really well, and so it proved.
She stays really well. Is it fair to say mentally she's now starting to mature?
Yeah, you could see a difference in her in the last fortnight or so. She travelled over really well here. She got here in really good shape as well. She had a hack out on the Old Vic this morning. She was in really good shape. Her rider, Charlotte Bennett Phelps, and I think that was important.
Where next with her? Is there immediate plans? The world's your oyster.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to think about this. We'll enjoy today first. Exactly right, Gary. Exactly right. The one race I don't have her in is in the St. Leger. She's in practically everything else, isn't she, Gary? So she's well entered up, and it doesn't matter now. We'll find something, I'm sure.
She got that Group 1 win well. And big thrill for everyone, for the ownership. Delight for Falmouth, our partners, and for Newsells. Obviously, Graham Smith-Burnell, our proprietor. It's terrific, really well deserved. And by Nathaniel, who's very special to us at Newsells, another Group 1 winner for him. So it's one of those great days that we'll remember and enjoy. And obviously at the Curragh as well. It's always a bit special to win a Group 1 anywhere, but at Curragh, always, me as an Irishman, adds a little bit more. So terrific.
And Gary, obviously, as I said to Rafe there, mentally she's now starting to mature. There could be nothing only improving to come with her.
Absolutely, and Rafe and Hector deserve great credit, because she is a filly who, as you say, wears her heart on her sleeve. She wants to get on with life, and you don't want to disappoint her, but you want to contain her at the same time. And like, she's prepared beautifully for today. It was a big call to bring her here after Ascot, and great. Rafe got a spot on, and a terrific ride by Hector. As Rafe said, it wasn't the plan to perhaps be in mid-div, but he didn't panic, and he rode her beautifully, produced her just at the right moment, and she won nicely. So we're thrilled.
And Ray, for you as well, that's your third Irish Classic. Of course, you won the Derby a couple of years ago, and third Irish Classic.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's a great thrill. The first good filly I had was touched off in the Irish 1,000 guineas by your sister-in-law's filly all those years ago, Kevin, 2005. That was a tough day to take, but everything flows out from that, and which was the first good filly I trained, and to be able to come here and win an Irish Derby and an Irish Oaks inside 2 years is a big thrill. And will be for Valmont. Anthony Ramsden's put a lot of money into the game in the last 3 or 4 years, and to come up with a Irish Oaks winner from the second crop of yearlings that Ezeliya bought for him is pretty good going.
It is good going. Indeed, you're all bosses. The first one in to congratulate you as well, Arthur Moore's long time since you started your time at Arthur.
Yeah, it is. And Gary was there as well.
You were there?
Absolutely, my first job when I was still at school, riding out at school. So it was great to see Arthur here. We had a good smile, Rafe, when I saw him. So I think he's going to be a good luck omen. And the next time Rafe is a runner, you have to make sure he's here.
He was here at Blue Stocking as well. Quick update on her.
Yeah, she worked really well this morning, Kevin. And if she come out of it well, she'll either go to the King George on Saturday, or the Nassau, or the Yorkshire Oaks, or 2 of the 3. We haven't worked it out yet, but she's ready for her next task anyway.
We could see this filly in the Yorkshire Oaks.
Yeah, she could well turn up in the Yorkshire Oaks. You would think that would be a good spot for her. I think York is a track that suits her really well.
Great stuff. Rafe, Gary, many congratulations.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Well done, guys.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.